worst form of emotional blackmail that people do to each other is say things like, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. That's horrible. That's holding you hostage, emotionally blackmailing you. Or saying, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. You better never ever leave me because I will kill you. That's also horrible emotional blackmail. Here we are again, Hadia Loving, HadiaLoving.com. I'm a spiritual counselor, life coach, and this is Happy, the best. So today we're going to talk about a challenging topic. I think it is. So as you're listening to this, I really encourage you and would really appreciate it if you're kind and loving to yourself, especially if you're a kind person. You might say and think, oh my God, I do that. You didn't know, and now you're having awareness. And if you're a person, when you listen to this, you get upset and angry, you might have a narcissistic personality, and I would say go get help with that. That's okay too. Just be kind and gentle and loving as you learn about who you are and how you show up in the world. So we're going to talk about emotional blackmail. Anytime anybody is holding you emotionally hostage, you are being emotionally blackmailed, and anytime you are holding someone emotionally hostage, you are emotionally blackmailing them. So a light social example that we do to each other often is saying, I didn't mean to bother you, but you look great today. You don't have to say, when you say I didn't mean to bother you, you're emotionally blackmailing that person, or you're being emotionally blackmailed. Just say you look great today. Hey John, you look great today. Hey Jenny, you look wonderful today. That's simple. You can take out the emotional blackmail. People also do it in spiritual content and context. I've heard people say to kids, if you don't eat your vegetable, Jesus won't love you. Oh, wow. That's a big one. Or it was God's will. If somebody dies or something horrible happens, that's also, it's a religious, spiritual, emotional blackmail. Please don't do that to each other. Or this thing about karma. When some people use karma as emotional blackmail, it'll be like, well, if something bad happens to someone, say, that's your karma. Oh, wow. No. People don't use karma in a positive way. If something good happens to someone, they'll be like, well, that's your karma. So stop it. And if you're realizing that you use that languaging, and the reason I say ing, because it's in action, we are co-creating with each other in action. If you're emotionally blackmailing yourself, because we do it to ourselves as well, and someone else or somebody comes at you, just pause, step back, and start rethinking. Start noticing. If you want to walk up to someone and say, excuse me, I didn't mean to bother you, just stop and say, you know what? I'm just going to say, hi, how are you today? You look great. It's good to see you. Just take out the habitual and the training. We get trained by society, by our loved ones, and we don't know that we're doing it. So just be kind and gentle and loving and take it out. I've had people also, I think the worst, like for me, the worst emotional blackmail violation is when a partner of mine is telling me that they like Angela Jolie, that she's more beautiful than me. It's like, why don't you go be with her then? It's like not nice. Don't do that. And another form of emotional blackmail is when somebody is just like dumping all their hurt on you in the space. You're sitting and you're talking to them, and they're talking and they're just like, I'm upset about this, and that. And they start yelling and screaming and like throwing an emotional tantrum. They're holding you hostage. They're making you feel bad. They're dumping everything on you. Or if you're doing it, you're dumping everything on them. It's not cool. It's not nice. So just have awareness and start noticing how you show up with yourself and with other people, and how you use languaging that is emotional blackmailing each other, and learn to do it differently. It's really good to know. One of the blessings about us being a spirit in a human body is that we can relearn things. nothing set in stone. I have met people who say, well, this is how I am, and if you don't like it, well, that's too bad for you. I encourage you to know and take the attitude of gratitude, of knowing that you can relearn things, or you can learn new things as well. Like if I wanted to learn how to ride a bicycle, I already know how to do that, but let's just say I didn't. I would take the time to teach myself, or hire someone, or go talk to somebody about it. Holding someone emotionally hostage is horrible. Holding yourself emotionally hostage is horrible. What you want to do is have freedom. It's okay to share your upset and your pain with people, but don't hold yourself and them emotionally hostage. People do it in a lot of different, there's a lot of layers about it. And I shared with you, the obvious one is, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself. Or if you leave me, I'm going to kill you. Those are the obvious ones. But the sneaky ones are the ones that are like, excuse me, I didn't mean to bother you, but you're pretty. I'm like, oh, wow. What? So be light, be fun, be playful. I encourage you to be lighthearted as you are doing this, looking at yourself and your thinking and your behavior and how you interact with people. If it's really coming from a place of connection or separation. When we use languaging, emotional blackmail languaging, we are separating ourselves from each other. So that's all I have to say for now about that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up and subscribing. And if you have any feedback, anything you'd like to share about instances or experiences, or how you yourself have used emotional blackmail languaging without knowing about it, please share. Put it in the comments. Really appreciate it. Your comments are important. And I will see you next time. Bye, happy. Bye-bye.